Do you foresee yourself wanting to do it again?
I'm going to live through this experience and I'll let you know on
Get back to
Monday.
me.
I'll get back to you next week. I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah.
What do you think it's like wearing a cosplay?
I'm pretty sure it's not the most comfortable thing. And weather provided, they are forecasting warm weather on the weekend.
It's going to be very hot.
It's going to probably be very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For outside.
I'm just worried about having to go to the bathroom. That's one thing with cosplays. It must be really special. Mine isn't that bad.
I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. It's going to be a fun experience. I mean, like, I've seen you do it for 16 years, and I'm going in there as a rookie. So it's going to be kind of interesting.
It's going to be pretty much the same exact process as the masquerade, just we have more time with the judges, and we have more time on stage.
I mean, you're always curious about what your children are doing, no matter how old you are. And it's going to be fun because I've been following your process since the very beginning. I've been seeing you evolve, going from, what is journeyman the beginning? Novice, straight to expert, and you've always done quite well. I don't think there's a show you came back without a ribbon.
Yeah, masquerades are pretty rewarding when it comes to that because of the prizes are made up on the spot.
Yeah.
Most of the masquerades in Canada are the ICG guidelines. So generally speaking, people walk away with something. The stakes don't feel that high. For me personally, for masquerade, I know some people enter the masquerade with the intention to like really try to win best in show. And like, sure, that's always the goal. But even if you don't and you walk away with like whether it be an honorable mention or another prize in your division, you got something and then you got judges' feedback. To me, I care about the judges' feedback. But now that we're doing a championship, it's not the same. Like now it's either you win the qualifications or you're runner-up. But my mom would only be joining us on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm going to be using Friday to get the lay of the land for a few things. You guys are going to be so fed up of seeing this cosplay. I'm so sorry. I'm working on it, okay? Okay. I've been cosplaying for like 16 years and I still don't have much I can wear, okay? That survived. So hopefully for the rest of 2026 and some of 2027, I can work on some more personal projects, but we'll see. For now, you guys are going to be stuck seeing Megara again. But it is a nice, comfortable cosplay to wear on a day where you don't have much planned at a convention. Which is, coincidentally, my Friday this year. Speaking of, we have a new installment in the Elevators saga. There's people, I can't be weird in the Echo Room. We're at Comic-Con.
Hello.
In the parking garage.
Do the thing.
Yeah, the elevator actually never came back for us, so we went to the other one. It's a swimming pool. And we made it, my friends, another year at Montreal Comiccon. And since the chaotic day is going to be the next couple days, we figured why not take a look at the merch room. Look, a Boombody hat!
Nice.
There's always a number of cool things in the merch room I can't afford. These bedazzled individuals aren't for sale, but they look pretty cool. You ever hear that disco Star Wars song? I likely can't play it for DMCA reasons, but Ken did find a hot sauce guy. Which is, of course, unrelated to the disco Star Wars thing. But then we got hungry, so on our way through the atrium to go to Chinatown to get some food, look who we spot. And look who else we spot. Anyways, there's no time to dilly-dally. We must away to Harmony. And we don't have much footage of that because our hands were pretty gosh darn full. So here's whatever Ken was aiming at. We used to drive my friends and I to the convention center.
Yes, and we'd dress you on the sidewalk. I'd put my double flashers and I'd be dressing you on the sidewalk at the convention center and hurrying up. And then I'd hop in my car so I wouldn't have to pay a parking. And I used to drive you there early in the morning because back then you had to line up to be in the masquerade.
Yep.
And so sometimes it was like 6, 7 in the morning. And I was dressing you guys on the sidewalk. And then you'd go, then I'd call you and I'd tell you, let me know if you got in. And then you'd send me a message, Mom, I got into the masquerade. I go,
I never didn't get in because I would line up like 3 hours beforehand.
Yeah.
Which sounds absurd, but you had to.
Yeah.
There would be around 50 people lining up at 3 hours before.
Yeah.
And now all the inscriptions are done online. One of the lay of the land things I wanted to do was check out the main stage that we would be performing on the next day. So I waited for this Q&A to be over to scope out the place. And our last stop before packing it in for the day was going to be the Pure Arts booth to visit Toast, as she was going to be working there this weekend. And of course, I wanted to show you guys the amazing artistry that goes into making these figures. And that was it for Friday. On to the main purpose of this video, Saturday. The powder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a light powder or I have the kind of same color as my thing powder.
Same color as your thing powder.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have the wig on yet.
I know.
Potholes are horrendous. I thought we had potholes already. God, they could put a diving board there and fill it up with water. It's like insane. I started sewing outfits for you, and you started making the props. I remember one in particular, I don't know what the character was, where we modified a black vest, and then you put a big windy clock thing in the back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what character that was.
That was Oriana from League of Legends.
Okay, so I remember that one very well.
Do you remember when, this was like before cosplay became super popular, when we'd go to the fabric store and you were making me something from Team Fortress,
mm-hmm.
and the characters look really like kind of rubbery in Team Fortress.
Mm-hmm.
So we needed to make a medical jacket.
Oh my God, yes, I remember that.
The fabric that we found.
It was the fabric that you put under when you change kids' diapers.
Yeah, it was a diaper fabric.
Yes.
And we get to the cutting table, and of course, like the ladies are always like, "Oh, what's your project?" You know.
Yeah, and it was a vest. It was like a vest, a tuxedo type vest.
We were like, "Oh, it's for a jacket," and they were like, "Oh, this isn't to make jackets."
I remember. And there's one I remember clearly. I had made you a nurse's uniform, and it was white. And I was so careful, and there was, at a certain point, something had happened, and my thread was showing, and I redid it, and then it got a little stain, and I was there, oh my God, and I finished this white thing. The next morning I get there, and you had dyed it in tea.
Yeah.
And I go...
And covered it in latex.
And I was there. And all this time, I was being extra careful because of her white nurse's uniform to make sure it was perfectly white and everything was fine. And you covered it in tea and latex.
And we made it to Comic-Con safe and sound. I got the wig on my mom's head, and we were off to the atrium. Now, I don't have a photo shoot planned or anything this weekend, but we will do that sometime around the fall. I was just a little bit too paranoid that something might happen to the costumes before or after judging, so I wanted to keep them as clean and pristine as possible. Oh, and check this out, we've got a 2-for-1 special in this video. But yeah, like I said earlier, I was not messing around today, so we arrived at the convention center with enough time to calmly make our way to the green room for our workmanship judging. We're about to go to judging.
So now I have to put my Flemeth face on.
So speaking of workmanship judging and build books, the build books are available in my Ko-fi shop if you guys are interested in looking at those yourself. Once we do the photo shoot for the cosplays, the build books are going to be updated with pictures from the shoot at the end, but the information is all still there right now. I also wanted to give a quick recap as to what the Cosplay A Championship is. So it is a Canadian championship, and multiple conventions across Canada take part in the Cosplay A preliminaries. The winner of each preliminary will come to Montreal Comiccon the following year and represent their convention. So like instead of representing your state or your province or what have you, you're representing a convention in Canada. Now for the finals, you can choose to either redo the same cosplay you wore during the preliminaries, or you can do something completely new, and it's all up to you. Well, workmanship judging may be done for now, but that doesn't mean we can go crazy in these cosplays yet because there is still the stage portion. So I figured I would show my mom how cool the roof is at the Montreal Convention Center, but when we reached said roof...
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to, I just... You're so tiny. Security know when they're sending someone.
Oh, poor little sweetie.
Hopefully he got back home to his mom. So how's your experience been so far? You know, we recorded the skit and practicing the skit.
It went well. At first, you had given me the lines on paper, so I learned them all by heart. But then after that, we had to put them into action. So then it's one thing to know all your lines by heart, but it's another thing to say the right things at the right time, have the right facial expressions. So yeah, I've been working on it, even alone. Anybody that would see me working on it would probably think she's kind of cuckoo.
Welcome to my world.
No, it's interesting. It's fun. And it kind of makes you realize, if you look at actors, whether it be stage actors or Hollywood or television, it's a lot of work.
It's very physical.
Like, I know I'm going to be playing the role of Flemeth, but I've never played that video game or seen many clips. You sent me a few, but not knowing the character, I appreciate the fact that you made me get into the character because I wouldn't have known. Like you were telling me at a certain point, you put a picture of her and you say, close your eyes and imagine that you're her. And that's when it started kicking in a bit more. But you come to realize that anybody that does this, whether big or small, it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of I can't say it's mentally draining, but it's demanding. But it was fun. Yeah. We'll see how we do. So.
Speaking of see how we do, it's time to head back to the green room to wait for our time to go on stage. But the wait would not be long.
StaticTides has been cosplaying for roughly 16 years. Her mom supported her hobby by helping with the sewing and eventually teaching Tides to sew her own costumes. She also put up with melted carpets and spray paint smells in the house. In addition, Tides mom enjoys sewing Halloween costumes for her grandkids like she did for her 4 daughters who came before. StaticTides has always been artistic and first saw cosplayers at a Comic-Con in 2010, which ignited the passion. Craft has always kept her interested and kept her pushing to learn more and improve. As for StaticTides mom, she's being taken along for the ride to see what her youngest daughter has been up to for the past 16 years. Presenting StaticTides and her mom as Morgan and Clement from Dragon Age.
Mother, I didn't expect you to come.
I don't make a habit of indulging ghosts from the past. Speak.
There is still time to change course. This path you walk, it need not end in ruin.
Ruins make for strong foundations, child. You would know if you ever dared build anything of your own.
You taught me to survive, not to trust, not to hope. Perhaps now, I ask too much.
And what would you do if I stay the course?
Then I will stop you.
Will you now? Look at you. Still clinging to illusions of strength? You were never meant to oppose me, child. Only to follow. How foolish I was. To think you had grown since the swamp. You squander time as though you have an eternity. I do.
And at that point, all the work has been put in. Welcome to Sunday. Our award ceremony was going to be a little bit later on in the day because it was going to be taking place during the deliberations of the finals of last year's Cosplay A. So we had time to walk around the merch room a little bit. I found this one vendor I hadn't seen on Friday, and of course a number of cute things, and I thought I would show you this little cookie jewelry vendor. I love seeing cool original things like that. Another great thing about the awards being later on in the day is we actually had time to go get food beforehand, so back to Harmony we go. Now I know there's a lot of great food places in Chinatown, but when you're wearing a cosplay, this is the easiest. And so here we are to take our seats to watch the finals of the Cosplay A and to await our fate. If you want to watch the finals, by the way, I did post the video. But for this video, a quick recap. And now, the results of the preliminaries.
Avant d'annoncer le grand champion de cosplay A, on va annoncer les gagnants des sélections du Comic-Con de Montréal que vous avez vus sur scène, j'espère que vous étiez là, hier soir.
Your qualifiers!
Merci d'être là. Alors, aujourd'hui, on va féliciter les grands gagnants. Mais avant tout ça, je voudrais vous dire une chose. La passion, ça ne se mesure pas par les trophées. La passion, ça se mesure par les heures, le courage, la détermination. Les heures que vous avez mis avec traverser les doutes, à recréer vos personnages, à créer tout ce que vous avez pu imaginer, puis d'aller jusqu'au bout. C'est ça qu'on va célébrer aujourd'hui. Puis c'est comme ça que Calimacide est né, par la passion, la détermination, la persévérance, que je peux reconnaître à travers tous les costumes que vous avez faits. N'arrêtez jamais de créer, n'arrêtez jamais de dépasser vos propres capacités. Continuez d'apprendre, et félicitations à tous ceux qui osent aller jusqu'au bout. Merci.
Parmi tous nos autres partenaires aussi, on aimerait remercier Théo Taxi, Gosselin Photo, Calimacille bien sûr, Needle Workshop, Julie Chantal Patron, Bombi, JPM Production, Taxi, Théo Taxi, si je ne l'ai pas déjà dit.
Tu l'as dit.
Je l'ai dit, ok, c'est bon, parfait. Et bien plus encore, ces gens-là, sans le support de ces gens-là, on ne serait pas ici aujourd'hui. Donc, maintenant, l'attente est terminée. La deuxième place pour les sélections du Cosplay qui se sont tenues à Montréal, qui remporte 500 $ ainsi qu'un ensemble cadeau de Calimacille et une carte cadeau de Needle Workshop, va à Dyson. Et la première place, l'entrée qui représentera le Comiccon de Montréal à la grande finale en 2027, qui part d'ici avec 1 000 $ en argent et un ensemble cadeau de Calimacille ainsi qu'un certificat cadeau de chez Needle Workshop, va à StaticTides.
So this was like 2.5 weeks ago. At the time I'm recording this right now, it is currently the 22nd of July. I don't process things very well, especially when I'm in the moment. Like, I don't know where to put my hands, per se. Junk. My boy. Oh. I also wanted to include the winners of this year's finals as well.
Alors, le premier grand champion de cosplay du Canada est Team Milligan.
Flemeth uses the escalator. And so, looks like we have to do it again next year. That also means I have to face my fears and finally cosplay from Halo. Okay, so at the start of the video, I asked you if you would do it again.
Well, yes, and now I have no choice because we won and we have to go back next year. So I guess yes, I will do it again.
Yeah, let's say there was no obligation to go back next year.
I found the experience quite interesting, so I think I would go back, depending what kind of outfit I had to wear. I mean, there was some people over there that I would never wear their outfits. The guy like in the Transformer thing.
Oh yeah.
There was some that it was insane. I would never ever go in those kind of outfits.
That's kind of just signing a discomfort release.
Oh, I was really surprised to see how many people recognized you, people that follow you. That I was quite surprised at the reaction of the people and how many pictures they asked to take of us.
Mhm.
So I guess that is kind of a compliment to you for your outfits because they were really amazing. So
Thanks.
yeah.
She's not actually mean.
No, that's it. That was funny because at the end of the when we had won the prize, there's a woman that came up to us and she says, I was afraid to come and see you because she says, you're scary. And I said, I explained to her, like, I'm really a person that loves a joke and is always laughing. I said I really wanted to get into character, and she goes, "Well, you did it well, because I was afraid of you." And I goes, "Okay, I guess I did it right." So
next year, you're gonna also be a serious character.
yeah,
It's like a military seriousness.
a military service. Okay, I have to start working on that one, because when you first told me I was going to be Flemeth, I didn't know who she was. I studied her on YouTube, and I realized she was a strong woman that probably had a lot of pride and wouldn't admit that she had a bit of empathy, although she did have a bit. So now I have to start working on military series. Okay.
So see you next year, not me, her.
Yeah. Yeah, same time, same place. It's a date.
Yeah.
Okay.